What's happening, people? We're back here once again on CubCamTV for this, another edition of Marvel Watch, our weekly Marvel series where we look into all the latest goings-on in and around the world of Marvel. You can probably see I'm slowly starting to get more and more posters up as I've wanted it to look for ages in this room, so the backdrop looks a little bit cooler than it did before. So we're going to get into this today. A brand new Hawkeye-based trailer has just landed on the Marvel Entertainment YouTube channel. It's quotation marks change of plans, Marvel Studios, Hawkeye, Disney Plus. So this is a 1-minute trailer. I don't know how much new footage we're going to see, purely because I don't know if they're going to be able to fit more than a couple of extra scenes maybe into a 1-minute clip. And this is only around the corner as well. I think we're talking about 6 weeks away, maybe even less than that at this point, maybe 5-6 weeks away until this launches. So I am very, very excited for this as well. On the off topic, I will be giving you a Venom review probably tomorrow night. I'm going to go and watch the film myself tomorrow, and then probably come back and give a bit of a review straight afterwards, which should be good fun. So yeah, that will be fun indeed. Let's jump into this trailer then and see what we've got going on.
It's going to be the best Christmas ever. So I took the
Listen to this.
to New York to see a show.
Sounds pretty cool to me.
And then people started trying to kill us.
Sorry, that catch is so cool with it. Like, this is the thing. Most people look at Hawkeye and they sort of go, "Oh, he hasn't really got a special power." I've seen them really trying to boost him up in the What If series. They really tried to push him up to being a more sort of respected character. He gets really, really pushed in Avengers Assemble as well. So I'm glad he is getting his own series, but just to see the catch, he's almost like a super high-level reactionist, if you know what I mean. It's just his reactions are great, his vision is great. He's just a very good human, if that makes sense, stats-wise. But yeah, what a catch that is.
Actually, it's pretty bad when you think about it.
It's the most
Wonderful time!
You're gonna need
Oh,
another
this is
day.
all new.
There too.
So there's a new bit of footage in the middle of that, which is quite cool. The only reason I'm pausing this time around is purely because I don't want to get copyrighted for the fantastic Christmas song in the background, which I'm sure they are going to sting me on. Regardless of that, though, yeah, really cool. Maybe it almost looked like a sort of recreation scene going on with Hawkeye running through with a samurai sword above his head. I don't know if that's going to turn into maybe like an ambush, or that's going to be like early on. Usually with Marvel trailers, they don't actually reveal that much. They tend to just show maybe the first or second episode. They never show like the full craziness of what's going on. So yeah, I don't know, maybe that's something, who knows.
Things have gotten...
Hang on. So there we go, we can see there, that is the Ronin suit. So are we going to potentially see Kate Bishop in the Ronin suit, or are we going to see Hawkeye return to the Ronin suit? Can we actually see a little bit closer on this? Oh, I've gone way too far back there. Let's kind of skid forward. That, frame-wise, looks a little too thin to be Hawkeye. So maybe it's Kate Bishop. Yeah, we don't see the full thing. Interesting that the Ronin suit's coming back out.
Things have gotten complicated. Probably should have bought more guys. Oh, good. You did.
he just took a pole right in the belly. That is crazy. Right, you can't miss. We've seen this clip before, I think. That looks good.
We're out of regular arrows.
Oh my
We've
God,
seen this,
Trek
obviously.
arrows? There are arrows more dangerous than that one?
To be fair, that's the first time we've seen her shoot, I think. Possibly. We'll see.
Marvel's Hawkeye.
It's just some Christmas.
First 2 episodes streaming November 24th.
First 2 episodes on November 24th. Wow, that's going to be awesome. So they're dropping 2 episodes on November the 24th, 4 days after my birthday, in case anyone wants to send me a present. This is looking really good. I'm liking the sort of direction it's taking. It's looking like it almost looks like it's a bit of a play on a rom-com. The way a lot of the sort of lines are phrased, the way Hawkeye kind of comes across on camera, which is quite fun. I don't know, it's going to be interesting to explore him as a character, because we never really got to see much of him solo. The only real kind of, I suppose, insights we've had into his life are at the start of Endgame, And that little cutscene, or not even cutscene, that little scene in Age of Ultron where you get to see his family and his kids and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of that plays out. On top of it, how Kate Bishop is actually introduced, and then of course on top of this, we know realistically that we're going to have one of the widows chasing him. Obviously, the end of Black Widow, that kind of gives that away. So if you haven't seen that, there's your spoiler. But obviously, we know that we're going to have potentially seeing members of the Dark Avengers turn up as well. Is this potentially going to link to any of the other series surrounding it? Potentially Secret Invasion. I did see a thing today that Secret Invasion has officially commenced filming, so if there's going to be a link over, that could potentially be in there. It's the sort of film I'd expect to potentially see, I don't know, someone like a War Machine pop up in, or I'm just trying to think of other sort of street-level characters that could end up popping into this. Realistically, maybe we end up seeing, what's his name, Martin Freeman's character from Black Panther. Perhaps we see that get involved. I don't know. There's so many places they could take this as a series, realistically, because we know so little about Hawkeye's background within the MCU. We know he's a very good shot. We know he's got incredible reactions. That's what we know about him. We don't really know much of his family backstory, apart from that he lost his family and went out of his way to kind of bring them back during Endgame. But apart from that, we really don't know that much about him specifically within the MCU. You can look at comic history and stuff like that, but the MCU tends to paint things slightly differently. So hopefully we get a good bit of backstory. Obviously, Kate Bishop is, I feel, likely to be kind of taking the mantle of Hawkeye as this moves forward, or maybe even just taking the title of Ronin moving forward. Are we going to see potentially an introduction of the 10 rings into the scenario? Obviously, we've seen the sort of Yakuza angle, which kind of ties Hawkeye to Asia. Are we then going to potentially see an overlap off the back of Shang-Chi and see the 10 rings get involved? I'd really like to see that. Obviously, the end of Shang-Chi, there is a 10 rings the 10 rings post-credit scene, which would work quite nicely tying into this. I don't know. Again, there's so many directions this can go in. I do actually think it's one of the more open series. Like Loki, they pretty much had a free shot at. Falcon and the Winter Soldier had to end realistically with one of them becoming Captain America, so they could announce Captain America 4. WandaVision kind of had to end with, I'm just don't know, that kind of had to end giving Wanda a power-up, essentially. That's how that had to end. Loki, they pretty much had a free shot at. What If was the definition of free shots. This is a free shot, but it's almost wider what they can do with it, because there are so many ways you can tie Hawkeye into other scenarios. He was heavily featured in What If as well. I don't know what to expect, to be honest with you. I really don't. I hope it doesn't end in Hawkeye finishing off, because that means we are down to pretty much just Thor and Banner left of the original selection, which is annoying. And obviously times change and times move forward, but there's only so many superstar heroes you can sort of keep bringing in, and I think Hawkeye is one of that original selection for a reason. He does add a kind of, he's almost like a leveler to the team. He adds this sort of human element, which makes it kind of, it's difficult to recreate, put it that way. And obviously he has quite an important role in Endgame, being the one to test the system, and of course then the guy that carries the glove the furthest in the gauntlet, I do apologise, in the final scene. So yeah, interesting trailer. Not too much new footage. We did see obviously Kate Bishop shooting for the first time. Maybe a couple of the scenes were new. They just look like scenes we've already seen. The sort of ninja cosplay scene near the beginning as well, that's new but didn't give too much away. I'm interested to see how they do it. They're building up the anticipation for this one. Obviously, the main focus for them right now is on Eternals, and they are dropping trailers left, right, and centre for Eternals. I'm probably going to do a bit of a roundup of them at some point before I go. But yeah, pretty much in regards to Marvel, the next thing we're going to see is Venom landing in the UK tonight/tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow evening, and I'll give you a review of it on the channel then. That's it from me, though, people. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you enjoy these daily sections or these weekly sections that we're doing on YouTube, remember you can catch the daily episode of Marvel Watch, the little 2-minute sections we do every day, 7 till 10. Go and download the Trickstar radio app, and that section comes in at around 7:45 normally. And we just run through the latest Marvel news. So do get involved, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.